Tune in next week for a conversation.
This is not lost. California so far. How's everybody feeling? I'm Brendan Francis Newnam.
Great. I feel great that it's not New York.
That's my friend, the audio producer, John Delore.
It's just it is an incredible joy to just be out of the city.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Hey, Tony. How's Brooklyn's most popular dry cleaner doing? You're always doing something.
The most famous guy in Greenpoint.
Closing
How can I help you today?
it.
I'm not closing no deals. No deals today.
The mayor. I'm happy to have a presence with you.
Listen, I'm glad that I see you almost every day. You are truly a fixture in this neighborhood.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
That's an amazing thing. Come on, you're like the original. You're like the original.
Don't go any further.
So what are you up to today? You're looking sharp. You're looking sharp. Look at that.
So I'm going to the office, but
Oh,
you drop these off.
All right, you got a couple of shirts. Well, I'm just going to put them on the rack outside. I'm sure I can get a lot of money for them. I'm going to say, this is Brendan's shirt. How you doing?
Can't complain. I have a feeling we're going to have 90 degrees for...
It's not what you want?
So long as it's not 100 degrees for like 3 months.
Yeah, never know.
I hope not. Have a good one.
Take care.
It's so hot today. What are we doing here? Why are we in New York City?
Where would you rather be? Like, I understand what you're trying to... Where would you rather be?
Well, that's the problem. When I really think about it, I don't know the answer, and it seems like New York is a good place to not have the answer.
Yeah, but I mean, where else can you have this?
You're pointing towards there's a bag of trash out front, and
Beautiful. It's part of the scenery. Welcome to New York. Look, there's a dog that wants to stop in. Do you tell me where could you be and you can have this kind of interaction with people? Yeah. Nowhere.
No, it's fair. We're both social people, and this city is a gift that keeps giving.
Come on. You walk down the street, you say hello to this one, to that one, you talk to this one. Yeah. I mean, you're going to be where?
But the thing about New York, though, it's like it does like beat you down, man. It's like it's not an easy place to live.
Tell me what's easy. I mean, you can live upstate, and you're gonna come out in the morning and complain about what?
Snow, bears.
Yeah, exactly. The birds.
Yeah. And you grew up in the city, right?
Yes, I did. I was born in Lebanon.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, you were born in Beirut, or?
I was born outside of Beirut.
Is that when your parents came here?
They came in '82, right after the embassy bombing, and I went to Canarsie High School.
And you turned out okay.
Oh my! I think. Yeah.
Hey, sorry to interrupt. I'm thinking of a dress for my girlfriend, a pink and black dress.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you've seen me now for years. We've known each other for a long time. How have I changed, if at all, in your eyes in the past, like 4 or 5 years?
Grumpier.
That's true.
I still love you, but you're a different grumpy. You're like a cool grumpy, you know?
Oh, okay, thank you.
You have the annoying grumpy, like you want to like get away from them.
Yeah.
No, it's the cool grumpy.
All right. So Tony, I have to travel one more place.
So what's your show about?
I go places with a friend, and I try to get invited to a dinner party. So I've done it, Montreal, Mexico City, Bozeman, Montana, Big Sur. I've done this, and I have one more episode to make. And
I mean, you could have came up and had dinner with us.
Well, I mean, I could.
Free this weekend, aren't you?
I mean, I got to make this show, man. This is what I'm spending my afternoon doing. I'm going to the office after this to kind of.
Seriously, I mean, what, you want to come up like Sunday night?
That's tempting, but I seriously have to figure out this episode first.
Oh, okay.
But speaking of which, I got to go. So, Tony, I'll see you later, man. Thank you.
Well, enjoy your beautiful day. And again, you're looking sharp.
Thank you. Thanks, man. I'm glad that, you helped me stay this way. Oh, look at this. Another beautiful day. Hey, Emma. Emma.
Hi.
What are you doing?
I'm coming out of the library.
Right. You only get one book at a time?
Yeah, because I never want to have a fine, ever.
That's probably wise. So where's your mom? My favorite former college classmate.
She left me here.
But I guess you're old enough now. How old are you?
I'm 12.
See, I thought I was young in New York when I moved here in my 20s, but you're like really young in New York.
Where are you going?
I'm actually going to the office.
It's a Saturday though.
I know, but remember I told you about that travel podcast I was working on?
Uh-huh.
I have to make one more episode, and I have no idea where I'm going.
Oh, all right.
Where do you think I should go?
Maybe I saw it in some TV show. Reno.
Reno?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did Las Vegas already, so I think I'm gonna skip Reno. But are you walking this way? I'm going up to the L.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. This neighborhood, when I first moved here, was nothing. This was like auto repair only.
My mom talks about it being like Williamsburg. Like when she was younger, it was like, whoa. But now Williamsburg is like,
Chic.
yeah, it's like vegan, gluten-free, food-free restaurants.
So what do you think about Williamsburg? Do you like living here?
Yeah, I want to live in New York for my whole life. My mom tells me that I'm too young to decide that, but I like the fact that being a New Yorker is like being in a club.
So what are the membership benefits of being part of that club?
There's a lot of like arts and performing arts stuff in New York. I mean, Broadway. But like, it's just all these different things that are like New Yorker experiences. And also like pizza and bagels. I mean, pizza isn't specific to New York, but the best pizza is in New York.
Now you're making me hungry. Should we go to Joe's, get a slice of pizza?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Feels so far away though.
It's not. I have to get there every single day, so.
It's getting a little hectic up here.
It appears to be an outdoor sports bar. So, what happens when it rains?
Exactly. But it's also a thing. Wonder if having so much partying is bad for kids like you.
No, because to be living in New York, you have to be good at ignoring things.
Because we're all so tightly packed together, right? You got to just keep it cool.
Yeah, you just have to kind of not engage.
Let me also just point out, sorry to interrupt, but I'm 6'3", and I've just been walking like full pace, not even calibrating, and you are just right along my side.
I also walk really fast to get to school.
But I think that's also some New York stuff. Everyone's just trucking. Like, we don't have time for that. Also, you've gotten taller, which helps with the fast walking. You've like shot up like stalks of corn.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of the boys in my class haven't gotten to that yet, so I think I'm taller than all of them.
Yeah, the boys will catch up, but their brains won't. They'll always be behind you.
They think they're so funny, too. They think that they got the whole crowd laughing with their jokes, but they really didn't. And, like, they're not funny. You can't get, like, knock on their head and there's nothing in there. No break.
Yeah. I mean, I can't talk, you know. I have this show where I'm just being a boy who thinks he's funny sometimes. All right, pizza. Wow, pizza place is packed.
Oh, my God.
What's your pizza move?
Just plain
All right,
pepperoni if it's at a party.
let's get 2 plain slices. All right, thanks. Have a good one.
Have a good day, man.
It just came out of the oven. It's very hot.
I'm very passionate about this. Every time we get into talking about the correct way to eat pizza, which is to fold the pizza, people argue about it, and that's why not fold your pizza? It is better, and everyone should do it.
Why do you think it's better?
It's better for walking, traveling.
And it's also, I think it's like you get a better mouthfeel. You get more per bite.
It's like a pizza sandwich.
We can walk a little bit, and then I'll go into the subway. Look how crazy Bedford is, though. It wasn't this busy when you were young.
Bedford, I feel like New York City has so many different people. That's one of the things I love most about it.
What do you mean?
Like, there are such huge communities, and you can be whoever you want to be in New York City, and there will be a community of people that like relate to you and are the same, like, and feel the same way as you about something. And that's like pretty much a guarantee living in New York City, because there's so many individuals that there's bound to be a person who likes the same thing as you.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It makes me feel less alone, even if I don't know all those people. You're right. I always feel like I'll figure it out here. All right, I gotta hop into the L. It was nice chatting with you.
You too.
See you later.
Bye.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
It's showtime, ladies and gentlemen. Gather around. It's about to begin. Showtime, showtime.
Is this called Showtime, what you're doing, or is this dancing?
It's actually, we call it hitting. It's called hitting.
Why is it called hitting?
Technically, it's street performing, but we call it hitting because it's like, it's a hit. It's a lot of impact when we come down here and do this.
Yeah.
It's a big impact on New York City. It's a hit.
How did you get into it? It's such intense activity.
Yeah, I got into it because when I was in high school, I met a friend freshman year, and he was a dancer because his father did it, and he invited me downtown because he seen I was a good dancer, and I took it from there. And that was like over 15 years ago.
What's the craziest thing that's happened to you while you've been doing this?
The craziest thing that happened to me was one guy gave me $800 in one setting.
Just like because he's just so blown away?
He was blown away, and we split it amongst the team. A lot of people on the train, they get annoyed and aggravated in general. So when they come and hear loud music on the train, it's like, oh boy, here we go.
Dude, I have to admit, I've been that guy because I'm going to work, I had a long night, you get into an argument, you get on the train, they turn on, and you're like, oh no, I'm on the longest link of the train.
Yeah, and it makes sense. It's such a small area, and it's sometimes you're flipping and you're like so close to them, they'll get nervous, they don't want to get hit.
But what's amazing is that most times I've seen Showtime on the train like 100 times. Yeah. No one's ever been hit.
Yeah. My friend had he did a front flip and he landed on a lady's lap. Like he sat on her lap like if she was Santa, and she was like, oh, but she wasn't upset. She was like, oh wow, you know.
How many Showtime people do you think there is?
It's a lot. It's a lot of crews. Central Park, Times Square, 34th Street, Union Square, all over New York.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much for talking to me.
Of course, man. No problem.
You guys are great.
Thank you.
Look, I will be walking.
Come on in, don't be shy. Come on in. How are you?
I'm all right, man. Working on a Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Thank you. Hey, Amy.
I'll just do it from the top.
Hey.
My name is Malcolm Gladwell. Welcome to my podcast about things
Is he recording right now?
overlooked,
Yeah.
misunderstood. Wait, did I just hear someone come in here?
Brendan's here.
Brendan?
Yeah.
What's he doing here on a Saturday? Can we talk about his travel show for a second? We're sending him all over the country to find himself. It's bananas.
Malcolm.
Well, at least it's not a true crime show.
Hey, Brendan can hear you.
Oh,
Hey, Malcolm.
Hey, Brandon. If it makes you feel any better, I haven't actually listened to your show yet.
I think that makes me feel better. I guess it's good to see people here on a Saturday. You know, when I worked in LA, I would work all these Saturdays. I never ran into anyone. What does it say about New York that I come into the office and there's a bunch of you here today?
Well, this actually gets into one of my larger theories about New York, which is New York life is exterior, LA life is interior. Right. So the implicit bargain you make in moving to New York is that you're buying the exterior, not the interior. So of course New Yorkers are in the office on Saturday because the existence of the office is a reason to go there, right? That's a good reason to get out of my tiny apartment, which, by the way, is the great paradox. It's another one of my theories. This is the great paradox. So the New York City turnaround in the mid-90s coincides with 3 television sitcoms which celebrate the life of young people living in New York, right? Famous, everyone's out. Seinfeld, Friends, Will and Grace, right? Boom, boom, boom. All in. Now, all of those sell a vision of New York that's tremendously appealing to people around the country, and they're part of this extraordinary revival that New York comes back from the dead in the 90s, in part propelled, I think, by the power of this fantasy. The fantasy is completely wrong. Why is the fantasy wrong? Because the people in those shows never leave their apartment. Now, they never leave their apartment for TV reasons, because that's the stat.
Yeah. But it's like 2-camera sitcom.
It's an LA vision of a New York life, right? those shows are.
They were all made in LA.
They're all made in LA. Yeah. Of course. So they construct these fabulous New York City apartments that people never leave, which is 100% wrong, right? It's the great irony of New York's revival is it was propelled by a completely false picture of what living in New York meant.
Yeah. All right. So I still have to pick another place in America, North America. Do you have any suggestions for me I should maybe think about going to?
Well, I mean, my favorites are all the kind of like, Nashville. I have a great and overpowering love of Atlanta. I'm going there this week. I'm just full of excitement about my trip to Atlanta. And
Malcolm, I need you back in the booth.
Sounds like you got to go.
Anyway.
All right, Malcolm, thanks for the chat.
Thank you.
See you later, Amy.
I still have no idea what his show is about.
Malcolm.
Wait, he's not still here, is he?
Later, Malcolm.
Oh, Jesus.
The subway is down. There are no trains at this station. If you need to get uptown, you're going to take the buses over there.
The subway's closed again?
Yep.
Wait, those buses over there?
Yes, the bus is right over there. You're going to cross the street and take those buses. You need to get
Those are
uptown.
like tour buses.
That's what they are. They are tour buses, but they're on a different route. They're going to take you uptown.
Jesus. Okay, subway's closed. Sadie. Hey.
What? Oh my God, hi.
So good to see you. Of course I would find Sadie Stein, Woman About Town, here in Union Square on a Saturday.
Excuse my absorption.
You were just deep in your phone.
Yes,
What are you doing?
I was, as usual, trying to figure out the transportation situation in this city.
I know, and they're pointing us to take these buses.
You think this is a better idea at this hour than walking? Because this was a calculus. I was actually mid.
But you know what? It's an opportunity for us to be on the top of a tour bus, so maybe we should just go for it.
All right, what else am I doing?
Maybe we'll take this up to Grand Central and sort it out from there.
Actually, that's perfect because I have to be on the 6 after.
Okay, great. Well, I'm just peeking to see if we can get upstairs if anyone's leaving, but I don't think anyone is leaving. Oh, let's try it. Let's go. Can I grab these two right here? Oh, yeah, let's do those.
I always thought this was probably the best way to see the city.
I've done it in London, but never done it in New York. What are like 3 Sadie spots you tell people to check out to get the flavor of your New York?
All right. I guess I'd say Whispering Gallery at Grand Central.
This is where people can stand at opposite sides of this arch and the person will hear it on the other side.
Walk over the Brooklyn Bridge.
Classic.
And then maybe the picture gallery at the New York Historical Society. And look at the dancing bears.
Where is the New York Historical Society?
It's on the west side. It's on West End.
I mean, how do you feel about... I've now been here on and off for a couple decades, and I'm finally coming to terms that this is my home. And I get grumpy that I have to share it all the time. What is your take on sharing the town with visitors?
That's what I like about it. But you know how perverse I am. I like Times Square. I love tourists. I love talking to them, giving them directions. I'm so proud of the city and showing it off. And it interests me, what is the city they're seeing? It's so different from anything we've ever known. I mean, I haven't been to the Statue of Liberty since I went on a 6th grade school trip. I have never been to the top of the Empire State Building because there's never the day when you want to stand in line for 2 hours.
Yeah. So you can learn from the tourists about your own town, perversely.
Absolutely. The city contains so many cities within it.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
I mean, this is why I could never imagine doing an episode about New York, because, yeah, you could just do the West Village. Could be an 8-part season, not one neighborhood alone.
And it's sort of the whole thing about being here, isn't it? Is you have an abundance of everything, and you always know what you don't know. And
I like that. I find it comforting.
I find that comforting, too.
All right, so we're here by the library.
Here we are by the Stephen Schwartzman Main Branch Library. Do you ever work here?
I actually have in that beautiful, beautiful room up there. I forget the name of it right now.
In the Rose Reading Room?
Yeah, the Rose Reading Room.
You know, for a while, people were coming in so regularly to look at the ceiling, I felt like it was inhibiting the behavior of some of the cranks there.
Tell me more.
Well, like you used to go in there, be someone clipping their toenails across the table from you and working on their life's memoirs simultaneously.
So when you were younger, did you come here?
Yeah. But it also didn't have as the exhibits in the gift shop and things like that weren't as curated, and you couldn't get a bite to eat. So a lot of the changes are terrific, but it's certainly more of a tourist attraction.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're here. We can hop out. Hold on. All right. Why don't we grab some lunch at the Oyster Bar?
Okay.
You know, when I first moved back here, I worked nearby. I would take the train to Grand Central and still in love with it. It still does all the things for me. I feel like, I don't know, there's just such a romance to it.
I love Grand Central.
Let's peek. Can we peek at the ceiling? And then we can go down to the...
But shall we do the shortcut to the...
Oh, yeah, great idea. But rush hour coming through here, such great energy. So I just read recently that 600,000 people, is that possible, pass through here on a given day, which is the population of San Francisco. And rarely does anyone run into each other. Everyone can just kind of do this, the urban ballet.
That's true. If you want to even meet up with someone, we always used to meet by the clock.
Yeah.
Before cell phones.
We open, yeah?
Oh, I'm sure they are.
Eureka. So we're going in the side door to the Oyster Saloon. This place is so great. Do you want to do the bar or the middle here? How about we do down here on the right? I love this. Across from us, there's a guy in a suit, a dapper suit, having a salad and a beer.
Can I just get a caviar sandwich, please? Okay.
Tell me about that.
You'll see. It's not only pretty affordable.
Yeah.
I mean, relatively speaking. But delicious, unique, and kind of luxurious.
And I will get the crab cake sandwich and an iced tea. Thank you.
Oyster Bar is one of the spaces in New York which has these vaulted ceilings with Gustavino tiling, so the acoustics are kind of special. You can also always hear the bustle of them making the pan roasts and the oyster stew. And
no, this place I find very comforting. It's another one of those places in New York where I'm just happy to know it's here. Even if I don't go to it for like a couple months, you just know in the back of your mind, the lighting's here, the vibe's here, the guys are here.
I like the places you can take for granted. That's so much what I prize.
Your caviar sandwich, I thought was going to have cream inside it, but it is just
components of things that are good with caviar.
Fantastic. Would you like to try some of my crab cake? I'm not going to touch it.
But you can finish that.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do both, but I will pack away.
One of the risks of coming to the Grand Central Oyster Bar is that my dad is often here. He makes all his appointments here. And his order is multiple bowls of Manhattan clam chowder.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you think he has the reason he's here is the same as you? He has a fondness for these classic things?
No, he loves Manhattan clam chowder. I've never met anyone who has a positive preference for it. The existence of Manhattan clam chowder does not offend me. My dad loves it.
Any pearls of wisdom from New York? Is there a writer you admire that really captured what your relationship is in New York?
I don't want to misquote it, but it's that Dorothy Parker quote, if you make it through the night in New York, you can live through anything, or something. It's some great quote about depression. I'll find you the real one.
And the essence of it is...
if you're depressed, New York can be hard, but if you can make it...
You feel...
See that light in the window of the neighboring buildings. It can be so lonely here, which is the attraction.
Because you're just surrounded by everyone, but there's a wall. They still have all the barriers to entry.
But it's just like what E.B. White said, right? for those who value such queer prides as New York offers the gift of privacy.
I'm going to be mindful of time. Okay, we're done here. I realize we just paid, so we're good. Thank you very much. Thank you. Wow. Okay, so we're
at the Whispering Gallery in front of the Oyster Bar, which is...
So how does this work again?
I can't explain the physics, but where the arch forms one of these acoustical oddities found throughout the world, including St. Paul's most famously, I believe.
Yeah.
And as you see, if we stand in opposite, diagonal
Which
corner...
is how far apart? That's like 50... Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's try it. See if this works.
Can you hear me?
Oh my God, I can't hear you.
Yeah. Okay, let me think of a good secret.
Okay.
I don't have any.
Yeah, I don't have any right now. This is so cool. Well, I can say just thank you for coming to lunch with me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Anytime.
All right.
I wish all my encounters ended with me just talking into a corner.
Bye. Finally, some phone reception. Danielle, why is she?
Hey, Brendan, it's Danielle. I am unfortunately having a little problem at home. I discovered a mouse in my kitchen, so now I'm sleeping outside, and I feel like I should probably figure out how to sleep inside again, since, that's the thing I'm paying my mortgage on. Good luck with everything. Really sorry I couldn't be there.
Oh, shit.
Hope you have a great time.
No. I totally forgot I invited people over for dinner tonight. I thought it was next Saturday. And the farmer's market was right near the office. All right. I gotta find a corner market, bodega, something. Oh shit. It's Alison Roman. Alison Roman?
Yeah.
This is incredible. I am a fan of your books.
Oh, thank you. That is always nice to hear.
I used to host a show called The Dinner Party Download. Probably haven't heard of it.
Oh, yeah. I actually do know about that, though.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was my show.
It's like, why am I not being asked to be on the show? But I didn't take it personally. It's fine.
I mean, we thought you were a little fancy for us because you wrote for Bon Appetit. And besides, we were based in L.A.
Yeah, because it's like, you can only record a podcast in the city that you record. I get it. It's like,
All right. I still can't believe I ran into you. I assumed you moved to Berkeley, where all the food celebrities go.
No, I live in New York, baby. Greatest city in the world.
So what are you doing here?
It's, close to dinner time. I'm doing some last minute pickups for my own little dinner situation.
I know this is a weird thing, but I totally spaced it. I was at the office today, and I now have to cook dinner for 6 people in the next couple hours. Had no time to prepare. My kitchen is tiny, and so could you give me some guidance?
Like tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, well, surprise. I think that's great. I actually almost exclusively only believe in the last minute dinner party, so you're in luck. When all is said and done, you could very happily live your life off of shopping at a bodega, and I do often.
My mother now lives in the burbs. Whenever she visits me, her head turns when she passes one of these places right here with like apples, mangoes, watermelon. She just can't believe that there's fruit and veg on the street available 24 hours a day.
The idea that you can walk into this place and you can go in there and get a green juice, you can get string cheese if you need a snack, you can get a pack of chicken thighs, you can also get tofu and kimchi and like hot sauce and noodles and anchovies and pretty much anything that you would need to like make your life feel complete.
All right, so you're giving me confidence.
Okay, so any dietary restrictions to be aware of?
I just don't. I think Brussels sprouts are overrated.
No, not for you specifically, but thank you for that food opinion. I more meant your guests.
No. People are pretty much open. They're omnivores. My friends are not afraid of carbohydrates, which I'm proud of.
Yeah.
Because I'm older. Because like a Gen X, like late millennials, like we're not as smart about food.
You're like, all my friends are hot young Europeans who love pasta. Like,
They're all aging, soft, round people.
yeah. Okay, so if I'm you, I'm gonna do like a simple sort of lemony Mediterranean vibe pasta.
Oh, I like that.
Like a few types of vegetables on the side.
Well, let's do it. Can we talk about celery for a quick second? Because I feel
One of my absolute favorite vegetables. In fact, let's make a celery salad for you.
Okay, well, maybe we should, because I feel like celery, big celery, has tricked us into buying huge bunches of celery when I need like one stalk for my tuna fish.
Well, if you're putting only one stalk in your tuna salad, you're doing it wrong, because your tuna salad needs at least 4 stalks in that for like a can. It should be like equal parts tuna and
4 stalks per can?
Yeah. I'm constantly looking for celery. I'm constantly buying it because I go through it too much. In fact, I think the bunches simply aren't large enough.
All right, well, let's go celery salad.
So, okay, they've got dandelion greens, which is kind of nice and very Euro to me.
They're very tart. I like that.
They're bitter.
But tart's probably close to bitter if there was a chart of flavor feelings.
You know what? Let's agree to disagree.
Okay, this is bitter.
To bring it back real quick, New York, you think, oh, what a beautiful place. They have everything.
Yeah.
But sometimes because they have everything, you're sort of paralyzed by options, right? Like, what direction do we go in?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Do we do like a fresh tomatoey pasta? Do we do like a bitter green anchovy pasta? Do we do boiled potatoes with anchovies and a soft egg?
Can we do bitter green anchovy pasta? My problem here is I have an acidy stomach.
Oh,
and tomatoes just kill me.
Oh, but pasta doesn't.
Pasta doesn't.
Interesting. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm getting you a jar of Castelvetrano olives.
Okay.
For snacking.
You got them with bits.
We didn't talk about drinks.
Okay. I'm a martini guy, yeah. Should I make them?
Yeah, I think you should.
Unfortunately, what I learned over COVID, and this could be, I can't drink gin martinis anymore. And I used to say, like, a vodka martini was an oxymoron.
Yeah, I too used to turn my nose up at vodka martinis, but in my old age.
They're just, like, better for my gut and my next day.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, I'm glad we had this talk.
Okay.
I can't use those olives, though, can I? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be a pit in there, but assuming you don't want to buy 2 types of olives. Or maybe you do. You know what, let's just get...
Okay, yeah, let's get them. Malcolm Gladwell's paying, so what else do we need?
Did you want to serve a salad on the side?
Are you going to convince me on this celery thing?
How about we do celery and fennel together to cut a little bit of the celery?
That looks like a lot of celery.
That's great. It's the perfect amount of celery.
Okay. Wait, what are they eating?
She's just asking about Impossible Meat.
Oh, yeah. I can't eat it. The pea proteins.
Oh, wow. I was like, do you have any dietary restrictions? You're like, nope. And then turns out over the course of the last 10 minutes, you're like, I can't eat anything.
Here's the other thing. I'm a total hummus slut. Like, I don't make it. I eat any hummus.
All these are fair game.
Yeah, like, I'll eat any of that stuff.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 types of hummus here.
That's incredible. This is why I live here. Now I'm being...
New York, city of dreams.
Yeah. Okay, we're looking at some cheese.
We're going to get you Parmesan. Okay. This bodega also has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types of Parmesan, not including the grated stuff, which I wouldn't buy.
And then dessert. What's your dessert move? Sometimes I do get grapes. Sometimes I get a chocolate bar.
Like a Toblerone for the table is kind of a baller move.
Table Toblerone. I like that. Let's do it. Thank you. What a dream. Alison Roman just went grocery shopping for me.
Everything to do in the world. So I hope you get home safe. I feel like the sky's about to open up.
Wait, what? I didn't even look at my weather app today.
New York summers. The rain comes in hot and fast.
All right. Thank you very much. Take care.
You're welcome. See you later.
You've got to be kidding me. Let's see. All right. Weather app. It doesn't even say rain. All right. So we need to wait it out. What's going on here?
Hey.
Hey there. Can I just wait here while the rain clears?
Sure, but they're going to be finishing soon.
And I had to go back to California to visit my parents because my aunt was visiting from Iran. I was like, oh my God, she's never been to the US. We absolutely have to take her to eat a taco, right? And my mom is like, oh, that is a good idea, but how is Taste Taco? And I was like, lady, what do you mean how is Taste Taco? You've been living here for fucking 30 years. You don't know how is Taste Taco? No, I don't know. And I was so mad. I was like, you fucking immigrants, come to this country. And you don't try Mexican food? just un-American. That is it for me, you guys.
Absolutely incredible. You guys put your hands together for the one and only Negin Farsad.
Taxi!
Hey, you were really great up there.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Pretty early for a comedy show, huh?
Yeah, it's weird. They do it at all times these days.
You're the first person I've seen hail a cab here in a couple years, frankly. Most people are on Uber.
I like to hail a cab. It's one of those things that you can do basically only in New York City, so I appreciate that.
But it's pouring rain. I think it's going to be a minute before you get a cab.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
So I'm guessing that being a comedian in NYC is not for the faint of heart. Like, I admire you for going up there. You must be very brave.
It's like ultimately very self-serving, you know what I mean? If there's one thing I learned during the pandemic is that comedians are the least essential workers, you know?
I have a question. So New York audiences versus other audiences, is there distinguishing traits? Are they different?
You know, it's interesting because I remember Louis Black said to me once, another, just amazing comedian, and he said to me after the show, Negin, you speak really fast, and you can't speak that fast in other parts of the country. When he said that to me, I was like, oh, okay. And I think in some parts of the country, I do slow it down a little bit. I just slow it down because also in New York City, I think everything is just a little bit more fast-paced, including just the pace at which people literally speak, and that's just a cultural thing over here. Yeah. And also the other thing is, not to make this too cheesy here, but I met my husband here, and my husband is an actor, and he's Black. And I'm Iranian and Muslim, and that makes our baby a Blaranian. And it's the kind of, this is the kind of family that could only happen in the United States, and more specifically.
And Blarania.
And Blarania.
In Blarania.
And it's just way more likely to happen in New York City. Yeah. And also, we have this Russian neighbor who also speaks Farsi. I mean, what? And so a few times a week, my daughter speaks Farsi with this Russian guy who may or may not be an alcoholic. That's a story for another time. But that's the weird kind of thing. She's just going to be exposed to that. It's not weird to her that one of our neighbors is from Uzbekistan, but then the other one is from Turkey, and then another one's from Mexico. These are just very normal things for her.
You also live in the United Nations, to be fair.
And that is just, I feel like this little miracle of a family owes a debt to New York City.
And speaking of miracles in New York City, I think this cab's open. I think that might be yours. Thanks so much for chatting with me.
Yeah, this was unexpectedly a fun conversation.
Hey, Brendan. Where are you? Are you still planning to cook tonight? People are starting to show up, and I'm just feeding them wine and this hummus from the fridge, but let me know when you're going to arrive.
All right. Well, at least the rain's clearing up. What are the odds of getting another cab, right? I think maybe I can get a city bike. I hope these groceries can fit on a city bike. Okay, one bike left. Oh, shit. Hey, excuse me. This is the last city bike.
That's why I'm taking it.
Yeah, but I really, I have a dinner party I have to be at, and I swear, I know that this city doesn't cut people breaks.
No, I got it. I'm just going home. I know,
but I'm like a fellow human who's asking you to just cut me.
I appreciate that, fellow human. Good luck walking.
Wait a second. Are you Dan Taberski?
This or walking, and I'm not walking to Brooklyn.
Well, you can at least check out my podcast, Not Lost.
Yeah, great. I'll check it out. Got it.
Oh. Here's a city bike van filled with bikes. Hey there, did you see that guy take the last bike from me?
Yes, I did, actually.
Such a jerk. Are there any bikes nearby?
Yeah, we have a couple of bikes at the station. We can check them out to see if they're rideable.
It seems like whenever I really need a city bike, there's not a bike. What is that just my misperception? Do I have the wrong time of day that I'm always hitting them?
that just means there's a lot of people using the bikes.
I mean, I guess it's like New York in general, right? Okay, can I like pay you to get a bike from the back of your truck?
No, absolutely not. I can't.
I need to get to Brooklyn. Are you riding there? Can I get a ride with you?
Sure, why not?
You would do that for me?
Don't tell anyone, though. Don't tell anyone.
I won't. Your boss will never know this happened, believe me. Thank you so much.
No problem.
All right. So are your bike mechanics just like working full on all the time?
Depending on the season, yes. Right now we have, at our depots, we have 24-hour operation.
Really? Fixing bikes?
Fixing bikes.
That's wild.
Same thing with moving the bikes. We're a 24-hour operation.
Well, now I feel bad because I often, I love city bike. I love the exercise. I'm a pretty much like a 8 to 7 p.m. commuter. So I need a bike then in the morning and then at 7. And I feel like often, the bikes are gone because so many people use them. And I feel like I need to have a different lifestyle in order to get more bikes. You know what I mean?
Well, that's part of what we do, balancing the system based off of trends that can be challenging at times, but we definitely work on those. How often do you ride?
I used to ride a lot more, but I work from home now a lot, so I ride less. See, look, there's a city bike driver.
City bike driving, that's another thing. You got to always watch out for the bicyclists.
Because they're crazy. People
just popping in and out, swerving in between the vehicles. So
I know.
Gotta always make sure that you're on the alert.
They can't kill the golden goose though, because this is the thing delivering the bikes.
Right. Absolutely.
Maybe City Bike could do what you do to make extra money. They could make your actual delivery vans like this one, Ubers or cabs.
Something to think about. Yeah.
I'm just trying. I'm thinking this could be like the City Bike deluxe service. There could be a special button on your app that you press if you really need it.
City Bike your way.
Yeah, exactly. City Bike chauffeur. City Bike X. Thank you so much for giving me this ride.
Okay, well, we got to do a better job at rebalancing the system. We'll have a bike for you next time.
All right, thank you very much. What now? Hey, Brendan. Christy here. Have you decided where you're going to record your last episode? The clock is ticking. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Hey, Christy. Currently thinking either Reno or Atlanta. We'll confirm tomorrow. Hey guys!
Excited to show up. You made it.
You won't believe the day I had.
We made it.
It seems like you guys got started without me.
Oh, yeah, you're way behind. You better start cooking because I think we're drunk.
Oh, I could use a drink, actually. The lead producer on the season finale of season 1 of Not Lost was Bart COVID Won't Stop Me Warshaw, who also sound designed and mixed the episode.
Let it rip.
So happy to be sharing this with you guys, actually. Cheers.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Santé.
Thanks for coming. Sorry I was late. The show was also produced and written by me, Brendan. I can't get COVID until I'm done with this show, Francis Newnam.
Where were you?
I was at the office.
So how is your show going?
I mean, I still haven't figured out where my last episode's gonna be.
You should just do New York.
That's not a bad idea. Our associate producer was Amy Gaines, with additional production assistance from Jacob Smith. Editorial guidance provided by Julia Barton. Some pasta, some mustard greens. I want to do like a bitter pasta thing. And then there's a fennel and celery salad. I know some people don't like celery, but...
I love celery.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a big celery fan myself.
It's a staple in our house.
I feel like there's not enough celery in a celery bunch. Not Lost is a co-production of Pushkin Industries, Topic Studios, and iHeartMedia. It was developed at Topic Studios. The show's executive producers are me, Christy Gressman, Maria Zuckerman, Lisa Langang, and Latal Malad. Our theme song was created by Alexis Georgopoulos, a.k.a. ARP. He's got our new album coming out on Mexican Summer called New Pleasures. Who doesn't want those? Check it out.
But you could, or you
Somehow
could you do
almond
pun-
flour, though, really kills me. It gives me cold
Not
sores.
like-
They give me cold sores, and walnuts actively make my mouth itch. And
Right,
sores.
so he doesn't got. He's not like Amazon.
Like on a 1 to 5 out
I
of
will
1.
stab you with my EpiPen
more
if you need it, though.
Damn. Party's getting crazy. Our artwork is by Topic Studios. And thanks to all the New Yorkers who I ran into last Saturday, including Tony Haddad from Clean Green Cleaners, Will from Freeway Entertainment, Emma Hendrickson, Malcolm Gladwell, Sadie Stein, look for her byline, Alison Roman, whose video series entitled Home Movies is worth your time and attention, even if she's a shill for the Celery Industrial Complex. Also thanks to comedian Negin Farsad and Shamika from City Bike. Promise not to tell your boss about the ride. And a special thank you to David Glover at Pushkin and Big Bus Tours, and to dinner partiers, Madeline Leon Coleman, Bernadette Napoleon, Robin Hendrickson, Amy Martin, and a little visiting puppy named Sequoia. And since this is our final episode of this season, I have more people than usual to thank. First, I'd like to re-thank Latal Malad, who not only executive produced the series, but greenlit it at Topic. Thank you for having faith in this idea. And producer, sound designer Crystal Duhame, who helped build the pilot episode. And of course, my friend Danielle Henderson. Her memoir, The Ugly Cry, is out in paperback now. You should really check it out. Also, the producer, Talia Abakasis, whose sense of humor and calm prevailed during some challenging circumstances. And to the great Jackson Musker, who helped me map out the itinerary for the first handful of episodes. He wrote the award-winning Audible original called The Sea in the Sky. It contains astronauts, humor, and pathos. And thank you to Hailu Murgia, whose song Wedi Harar Guzo, I think I'm pronouncing that right, has been our credit soundtrack. You're hearing it now. I first met Hailu at a concert years ago in Marfa, Texas. He is such a gentleman, and his music is fantastic. You can't go wrong. Check him out wherever you listen to music. Thanks to Jenny Bedusa, Ethan Light, Michelle Lanz, Alex Giga from Topic Studios, and a big special thanks to everyone at my home, Pushkin. So many people championed the show and helped it along the way. Mia LaBelle, Heather Fain, Carrie Brody, Carly Migliori, Edith Russolo, David Glover, Daniela Lacan, Christina Sullivan, Jason Gambrell. I'm saying all their names in a sing-songy way, but each one of them made a specific contribution. The great marketing team, Eric Sandler, Maggie Taylor, Morgan Ratner, Nicole Morano, Isabella Navarez, Jordan McMillan, Sean Carney, and Mary Beth Smith. Royston Beserve, Maya Koenig, Justine Lang, and a special thanks to John Snars, who helped bring the show over to Pushkin, and to our fearless leader, Jacob Weisberg, who was very supportive of this project. How could I have any more people to thank? I don't know, but I do. I need to give a special thanks to my colleagues at Pushkin Audiobooks, who made the space for me to work on this project. Jasmine Faustino, Kerry Colin, and Nick White, thank you. And last but not least, thanks to you for listening. This is not your average travel show, and I'm thrilled that it connected with so many listeners. Please keep spreading the word. Head to Apple Podcasts, rate, review it. I appreciate you. You can also send your audio postcards to notlost@pushkin.fm. We've received a couple already, and they've been really touching. You can learn more about Topic Studios at topicstudios.com. To find more Pushkin podcasts, listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. I'm Brendan Francis Newnam. I'll be back in a few months. I'm actually going to go on a real vacation. I'm not even going to bring my recording device. I may or may not crash a dinner party. But I'll be back in a few months with some chat versions of Not Lost. More about that later. Till then, the pleasure's been mine. Bon voyage.